Today we're giving you a very special treat. It's a good old-fashioned head-to-head. We are testing the R15 up against the M1. Now, the M1 replaces the R15 in the TaylorMade product line for 2015 and beyond. A lot of you will hopefully have seen my recent review of the M1 driver. It was done over in the States on the TaylorMade trip when they launched this driver. Ever since they gave it to me after the fitting, it's been in the bag. I love the performance of it. I love the look of it as well. So, thought I'd do more of a controlled test with the M1 against the R15 to see which one actually performs the best. A little bit about how I tested these two products head to head. Start with the R15, it's the 460 head. This is the driver that I was actually fitted for by TaylorMade last year. So it's got the two weights central but slightly split. I've got the Fujikura Speeder 57 extra stiff shaft. In terms of loft, I've got the 10.5 head turned down 2 clicks. Now, TaylorMade say that the loft sleeve is 2 degrees up or down, so I would imagine that each increment here represents 0.66 degrees. So we're looking at about 1.2 degrees off this. Obviously, with manufacturing tolerances and things like that, it's not going to be exact, but we're looking around about the 9.3 degree loft with the R15. Moving on to the M1, it's got the white Aldila Rogue extra stiff shaft, easy for me to say. Now this is the low launching of the 3 stock shafts on offer. In terms of setting, I've got exactly the same loft, so 10.5 degrees, 2 clicks down, so looking at about 9.3 degrees here approximately. I've got the weight in the back track right in the front, so that's the lowest launch and the lowest spin setting. I've also got the sliding weight in the front right in the middle, so very neutral. Both settings in terms of the sliding weight, the shot shape bias, very neutral. Okay, so I've got 3 sets of data that I collated. The first set was with my M1, my custom fitted M1 with the Aldila Rogue shaft. The second set of data I got was with my R15 driver with the Fujikura Speeder 757 TP shaft. And the third set of data I got was with the R15 head with the same loft and sliding weight setting, but with this Aldila Rogue white extra stiff shaft that I was fitted for in the M1 to see how the performance varied between the heads when you test it with the same shaft. Just moving on to how I tested it, I'd say this is certainly one of the most thorough and exhaustive testing sessions I've ever done with drivers. I hit loads of different shots with real golf balls. I'm using my SkyTrak launch monitor. With each driver, on each setting, I hit 15 shots. I then took the 10 best drives, which I felt represented good solid hits with each of the drivers. I then took away the best and the worst drive to leave me with 8 counting shots per driver. So let's have a look at the results. Start with the M1. Averaging 152 ball speed, club speed 103, launch angle 15.7, spin 2136, so pretty good numbers. Very straight, averaging 4 yards offline, carry 256, total 275 yards. Okay, moving on to the R15 in my fitted spec that I was fitted for last year. Club head speed was exactly the same, averaging 103. Launch angles slightly higher at 16 degrees. Carry 256, so exactly the same carry distance with the M1, but because I got slightly more spin, looking at 2332 average with the R15, the total distance was down at 273. Certainly from the fitting I got in the States, I would have thought that the distance gap would have been bigger, but it wasn't. Now, interesting here, looking at the R15 with the same loft, the same shaft as my M1. So, only thing that changes is the club head. So, R15, club speed down to 102, only 1 mile an hour, launching a lot higher at 17 degrees, spin at 2182, so that's marginally higher than with the M1, looking at about 50 RPM to spin more. Carry 254, total 272 yards, so 3 yards less than the M1 with the same shaft. So there you have it. Really enjoyed putting these two drivers up against each other head to head. I thought the difference in performance would be more significant, but in summary, the M1 does outperform the R15. If you have bought an R15, I don't think you need to panic. There's still plenty of performance left in this, and I do think this is going to be up there with every driver that's on the market today, even though this was launched late last year. With the M1, you get slightly less spin and you do get marginally more distance. I think you get a slightly better feel with the M1. I think it feels slightly more solid. It's got a very different sound, slightly more powerful sound, and of course you've got the option to adjust the launch angle and the spin with this secondary track. So all in all, I think the M1 is a better driver, but the R15 is also a very good driver still. So hope this has been helpful. Post comments down below. Really want to know what you think of this test specifically. I think it's one of the most thorough tests we've ever done. Really enjoyed doing it. Going to be doing a lot more, so don't forget to check out the Golf Monthly website for all the latest reviews. Comments down below on this video on our YouTube page. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Look forward to hearing from you, and I'll speak to you soon.